I'm about to go in beast mode. No need to worry, I did this before. Been going hard since the day I was born. Ain't no stopping me, I'ma keep going.
Hey guys, and happy Friday! I am so excited for this video on today, but before we get into it, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on your notification bell, which is on the side of the subscribe button. And last but not least, leave a comment in the comment section down below. You definitely might want to comment in this video if you need any extra advice on lash vendors. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Straight into the video. So if you guys haven't noticed, I started a series on being a momtrepreneur, and all that details into going into a lash business, starting your own lash business. So if you are looking to start your own lash business, I will be giving you guys tips. I will be giving you guys encouragement, advice, all those type of things. As I'm getting closer and closer to the time of my launch for my lashes, Beautiful Lash Co. I am wearing my lashes, as you can see. I love these lashes. These lashes are extra because I'm extra. If you haven't watched my video from yesterday, you should go back and go ahead and watch that video, because it is encouragement on why you should start your business now. Don't wait until the pandemic is over. We don't know when it's going to be over. You can get things done during quarantine. I have gotten things done during quarantine. I'm almost ready to launch, so it is very, very possible. I am here today to give you my tips on how to approach lash vendors, and once you find lash vendors, what are the questions that you need to ask? Because you need to have some hardcore questions for these people, because at the end of the day, honey, this is your hard-earned coin, sis, and I'm here to make that process as easy as possible for you, so that you're just not spending your money any kind of way. I have had lash vendors where it completely flopped, and that is just a part of being an entrepreneur. As I said in the video from yesterday, what questions do you need to ask these lash vendors? First of all, do not go off of your first lash vendor. I know that you are anxious and you want to get this business out there, but that is a big no-no to just go off of the first lash vendor that you get. You need to at least, I say, have 5 to 7 lash vendors, and you get a notebook and a notepad. So get a notebook and a notepad and write down every vendor that you contacted. Now, how do you find the vendors? You can go on Alibaba. You could go on Instagram. You could go Google wholesale lash vendors. Some people buy vendors lists. I did a video on why you should not order a vendor's list unless you know the person personally and you know that it is of good quality, because a lot of these people are just straight scamming. I've tried it. I've ordered 2 vendors lists. It just didn't work. I'm telling you from experience. Unless you know hardcore that these the vendors list is okay, then you can go off of that. So once you get, let's say, 5 to 7 lash vendors, that's when you want to start contacting them and asking them questions. Most lash vendors have a WhatsApp. That's how you communicate with them, on WhatsApp. And don't get so anxious and feeling like, oh, they're not responding back to me. You have to keep in mind of the time difference between us and China. Most of the time, if you're ordering your lashes, is coming from China. So you want to keep in the fact of the matter that you live wherever you live and they live in China. So there's a time difference. Now, I normally message my lash vendors late at night or in the middle of the night. Or they end up responding back to me in the middle of the night. And that's just how it goes with the communication back and forth. So don't feel like, oh, they're not answering you, they're playing games. Like, don't be so quick to jump to that conclusion. So the first question that I feel like you need to ask is, how much are the lashes? You need to ask all of these lash vendors, how much are the lashes? Because you want to do compare and contrast. You don't want to be paying, let's say, $10 for a lash when you can get it for $5. You know what I'm saying? So you want to go through, get all the pricings of the lashes, how much they cost. The next thing that I say that you need to do, then you go through and you contact everyone and you ask them, do they have samples and how much are the samples? Because you don't want to just order. This is a big no-no. Do not just order lashes because you might see a picture of it and you're like, oh, you want to actually get the quality. You want to test it out on yourself. You want to use them. Like these lashes that I have are my sample lashes that I ordered, and I tested them out. I tested the lash band. I tested out you know, what kind of lashes it was. And that's another thing. You want to know what kind of lashes that they are providing. Are they mink? Are they faux fox? Are they silk? There's different types of lashes, so you need to know exactly what type of lash you want and what type of lash they're providing. Next thing that you want to ask your lash vendor is, what is their MOQ? MOQ just means minimum order quantity. Now, some lash vendors have a requirement of how much you have to order. Some lash vendors don't. So it's just all up to the vendor. My lash vendor actually did not have an MOQ for the samples, but they did have an MOQ for the actual purchasing of the lashes. So some do, some don't. You just go with whatever works best for you. For me, it wasn't a problem, but I say that if they do have an MOQ, you want to get the lowest one, you know, whether it be 20, 50 or whatever. So you don't want to get like a whole bunch of lashes and then people don't like them, people don't buy them, or they don't sell. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be like kind of resourceful with your money, which I'll do a whole video on, like, you know, tips on how to be resourceful with your money while you're on this venture as into getting your lashes and stuff. So yes, you want to know the minimum order quantity. You go through and you see what they all say, and then you go from there. The next thing that you want to ask your lash vendor is, how much is the shipping? Now, when it's coming from China, it can be pricey. I haven't seen anything under $25. If they're asking for $50 for shipping, don't even do it, sis. Don't even do it. So $25 is, like, for me, I feel like that's just the lowest that I've seen, and I feel like that works. Prices can vary with shipping, so you want to make sure that you go through and compare and contrast the shipping and how much it costs. Some people will not charge you. Some vendors will not charge you for the shipping. They'll just ship the thing to you. They'll ship the lashes to you. One thing you have to do is not be afraid to ask for what you want. If you want free samples, ask them for free samples. Some lash vendors will send you free samples. I've had free samples sent to me, and I've had samples that I had to purchase. So don't be afraid to negotiate. Like, this is your business. You cannot be timid. You cannot be shy. Like, when it comes down to negotiation, you got to be stern, and you have to, like, even if you don't know what you're talking about, you need to sound like you know what you're talking about, because if you don't, they'll sense it and they'll try to get over on you. So when you're talking to them, be very stern, you know, like, not rude or disrespectful, but just stern in what you're saying and not like unsure. Next thing that you want to ask is, how long does shipping take? Keep in mind, we are in a pandemic. So shipping does take a lot longer than normally. You should know, because I'm pretty sure that you may have ordered online already as it is. So then you know that shipping does take time. So you just want to keep that in mind, that shipping does take time. And during the pandemic, and not even only that, just in general, shipping does take time. So just knowing that, you want to keep that in mind, so that way when your lashes start to go low, you want to have that time frame allotted to you, so then that way you can be able to, if you need to purchase right away, so then it's like your people aren't waiting around, because you want to continue to produce product. So make sure that you keep the shipping in the forefront of your mind and how long it takes to ship, so that way you could just be on top of that. Next thing that you should ask for is, how much is their custom packaging? Because most of these vendors, they do custom packaging, it costs more, and also it's different from your lashes. So you pay for your lashes, and then you can pay for packaging. If you want to package your own lashes, you can. I've seen videos now. I didn't even think about it because I actually order my packaging custom with my logo and stuff on it. But if you want to make this yourself, you can definitely do that. So definitely keep that in mind. And also ask for samples of your custom packaging. You want samples of it because when the packaging, sometimes it looks different on camera, and so you want to make sure that you get a sample of the packaging. So ask them, do they provide samples of the packaging when you get the sample of your lashes? So then that way it will be an easier transition for you. The next thing that you should ask for is social media or any videos. You want to see videos because, I mean, like I said, this is a risk being an entrepreneur and stepping out on faith. So you want to just make sure that you're getting the best for your dollar. You want to make sure that every dollar counts, and you want the best quality. So ask them to send you videos. They should be able to send you videos of what they are given. Also, if they're a manufacturer, you want to know how they make the lashes. Is the lash area clean? You want to know all of this stuff. You don't want them just treating the lashes any kind of way, because at the end of the day, this is your clients. So ask them, how is the station? Is it clean? Is it sanitary? Especially during this time. And you want to see videos of their thing, or social media. Some of them do have Instagrams where you could go on Instagram and see video quality, see just different things, see what they've done for other people and things like that. Next thing that you want to ask your lash vendor is, what kind of hair is it? Like I said earlier, I believe they have all different types of hair. You need to know what type of hair is going into the lashes. Also, are they handcrafted? Like with me, my lash vendor, they handcraft each and every one of my lashes. So there's individuals that's handcrafting the lashes. If that's something that you care about, then you want to know that up front. Last but not least, you want to know what is the return policy if you're not satisfied with the product that they're giving out. Now, I know that during this pandemic, trust me, I know, I figured it out, that you can't return things just like in the stores. You can't return stuff during this pandemic because it's a pandemic. Like, people are very particular about that. If you decide to do your lashes outside of the pandemic, make sure that you ask for the return policy. If you're not satisfied with what you're getting, can you return it? Like, what is the thing that you can do? Or if you're not satisfied, will they discount you? Like, things like that. You want to ask those things. Do not be afraid to ask these lash vendors and tell these lash vendors what you want. Always be super professional, even when things are going wrong, because sometimes some things might happen. There might be miscommunications. You want to always be professional. Because at the end of the day, you're conducting yourself as a business. Name and your integrity is attached to it. So you want to have your best foot forward at all times. Even when things are not turning out the way that you want, you always want to conduct yourself in a respectful manner. So I hope that you guys like this series. If you guys want me to continue this series, then leave it in the comment section down below, and I will do more videos on starting your lash business, what things I use, things, just tips and tricks that will help you out. So I thank you guys for watching. Please do not forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Until next time.